I was a runner growing up. Now I'm old and don't run much. The reason I no longer run, though, is because I was never in it for the running. I was in it for the prize. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Okay, maybe not all I do, but every time I laced them up, I was going for top dog. But the only way for me to get as fast as I did and run track and field professionally for a minute back in the day, way back in the day, was to run in such a way as to win the prize, which required really strict discipline and training. And that's what Paul tells us to do in life. In 1 Corinthians 9:24, he says it like this: "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it." First, I think it's so cool that back in Bible days, people were racing each other. That's so weird. That's a lot of evidence to the reality of the human spirit of competition, training, struggle, victory, and defeat. Paul had likely been to these races, seen competitors run, and he's speaking to a group who has seen this as well. Maybe it's like the NFL of their day. Maybe they had heroes and famous runners, and those people always won. And Paul tells his audience, everybody runs in a race, but only one gets the glory. Only one gets the prize. And to get the prize, he or she has to run in a certain way. There's a way to run that leads to victory. He goes on to say that the way to victory for a runner is to endure strict discipline and grueling training to make their body fight for victory. That the runners do it for a prize that has no lasting value. But we, Paul says, we who follow Christ, we do it for an eternal prize. We do it to get a crown that will last forever. What is Paul talking about? Right before he used this analogy, he talked about how committed he was to reaching everyone he possibly could with the story of the gospel. He was passionate about serving God through sharing the life-changing story of Jesus with everyone that he could. He endured all kinds of challenges. No doubt he wanted to give up. Like a runner in a race, these thoughts crossed his mind. The race is grueling, he would think. I'm tired, my legs hurt, my lungs are burning, but that prize, I've trained for this, I can do this. Just keep running. Somebody else is going to quit, not me. Keep going, don't give up. I want victory. And Paul says to serve God like that. Though these thoughts cross our minds, I'm tempted, I'm tired, I've failed, I'm weary, I'm distracted, I'm not sure where God is right now. We keep running because there's a prize for those who endure. Our faithfulness will be rewarded. There's value in sharing the gospel, living for Christ, dying to ourselves, making him known. And so we press on. We don't give up. We run this race of life in order to find out what happens at the finish line. So how are you running? What thoughts are crossing your mind? Are you disciplining yourself through prayer? Are you asking Jesus to guide you? Are you giving him control so you can grow stronger in faith? Or have you become spiritually out of shape, running in such a way as to lose the race? Have you given up? Are you struggling with motivation? I know the feeling, but it's not too late. It's never too late when Jesus is our Savior. When I find myself out of shape physically, I get a friend. I ask him to help me get to the gym or eat better so I can get back on track. You may need to do that in your walk with God as well. Find a friend, call a trusted source, and get your spiritual butt back in shape. Don't give up. Start running again. Start training and find out what happens when you don't give up. Don't give